Cell phones off, please. लाडली लाल की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। श्री गुरवे नमः।
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 आचार्यं मां विजानीयान् नावमन्येत कर्हिचित् नमर्त्य बुद्ध्या सूयेत सर्वदेव मयो गुरु। हे परम प्रियतम,
हे परम प्रियतम,
पूर्णतम पुरुषोत्तम श्री कृष्ण,
पूर्णतम पुरुषोत्तम श्री कृष्ण,
तुमसे विमुख होने के कारण,
तुमसे विमुख होने के कारण
अनादिकाल से हमने,
अनादिकाल से हमने
अनंतानंत दुख पाए
अनंतानंत दुख पाए
एवं पा रहे हैं।
एवं पा रहे हैं।
पाप करते करते
पाप करते करते
अंतःकरण
अंतःकरण
इतना मलिन हो चुका है
इतना मलिन हो चुका है
कि रसिकों द्वारा
कि रसिकों द्वारा
यह जानने पर भी
यह जानने पर भी
कि तुम अपनी भुजाओं को पसारे,
कि तुम अपनी भुजाओं को पसारे
अपनी वात्सल्यमयी दृष्टि से,
अपनी वात्सल्यमयी दृष्टि से
हमारी प्रतीक्षा कर रहे हो।
हमारी प्रतीक्षा कर रहे हो।
तुम्हारी शरण में नहीं आ पाता,
तुम्हारी शरण में नहीं आ पाता।
हे अशरण शरण,
हे अशरण शरण,
तुम्हारी कृपा के बिना,
तुम्हारी कृपा के बिना
तुम्हें कोई जान भी तो नहीं सकता।
तुम्हें कोई जान भी तो नहीं सकता।
ऐसी स्थिति में,
ऐसी स्थिति में
हे अकारण करुण,
हे अकारण करुण,
पतित पावन श्री कृष्ण,
पतित पावन श्री कृष्ण,
तुम अपनी अहैतुकी कृपा से ही,
तुम अपनी अहैतुकी कृपा से ही
हमको अपना लो।
हमको अपना लो।
हे करुणा सागर,
हे करुणा सागर,
हम भुक्ति मुक्ति आदि,
हम भुक्ति मुक्ति आदि
कुछ नहीं मांगते।
कुछ नहीं मांगते।
हमें तो केवल,
हमें तो केवल
तुम्हारे निष्काम प्रेम की ही,
तुम्हारे निष्काम प्रेम की ही
एकमात्र चाह है।
एकमात्र चाह है।
हे नाथ,
हे नाथ,
अपने विरध की ओर देखकर,
अपने विरध की ओर देखकर
इस अधम को निराश ना करो।
इस अधम को निराश ना करो।
हे जीवन धन,
हे जीवन धन,
अब बहुत हो चुका,
अब बहुत हो चुका।
अब तो तुम्हारे प्रेम के बिना,
अब तो तुम्हारे प्रेम के बिना
यह जीवन मृत्यु से भी अधिक भयानक है।
मृत्यु से भी अधिक भयानक है।
अतएव
अतएव
प्रेम भिक्षां देहि।
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 बोलिए साकेत बिहारी श्री राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय। वृंदावन बिहारी श्री यादवेंद्र सरकार की जय। श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। जय जय श्री राधे। जय जय श्री राधे। जय जय श्री राधे। Kindly stand for Jagat Guru Aarti and prayers.
जयति जगत गुरु
गुरुवर की गाओ मेरे आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मेरे आरती रसिक वर की। गुरुपद नख मणि चंद्रिका प्रकाश। जाके उर बसे ताके मोहतम नाश।
जाके मात नाथ तब हाथ करे वास।
ताते हुए माया मोह सब ही निराश। पावे गति मति रति राधा वर की। गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की।
गाओ गाओ मेरी आरती रसिक वर की।
अरे मन मूढ़ छाड़ नारी नर हाथ। गुरु बिनु ब्रह्म श्याम हुन दे साथ। कोमल कृपालु बड़े कृपा सिंधु नाथ। पाके इन्हें आज तू अनाथ हो सनाथ। इन्हीं के अधीन कृपा गिरिधर की। गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। भक्ति योग रस अवतार अभिराम। करे निगमागम समन्वय ललाम। श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धाम। बाँट रहे प्रेम निष्काम बिनु दाम। हो रही सफल काया नारी नर की। गाओ मेरी आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मेरी आरती रसिक वर की। लली लाल लीला का सलोना सुविलास। छाया दिव्य दृष्टि बिच प्रेम का प्रकाश। वैसा ही विनोद वही मंजु मृदुहास। करे बस बर बस उच्च अट्टहास। झूमी चले चाल वही नटवर की। गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। जयति जगत गुरु गुरुवर की। गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। मतप्रेयान राधिका प्रेयान् मधवो राधिका धव तस्मादपि गरीयान्यो कृपालुर्मे जगद्गुरु गुरुं भजति श्रीकृष्णः श्रीकृष्णं भजते गुरु सिद्धान्ततत्त्वभेदेऽपि कृपालुर्मे गुरुर्महान् यस्य साक्षात् भगवती ज्ञानदीपप्रदे गुरौ मर्त्या सद्धिः श्रुतं तस्य सर्वं कुञ्जरशौचवत् एष वै भगवान् साक्षात् प्रधान पुरुषेश्वरः योगेश्वरैर्विमृग्यान्घ्रिर्लोकोऽयं मन्यते नरम् यमुना निकटतटस्थित वृन्दावनकानने महारम्ये कल्पद्रुमतलभूमौ चरणं चरणो परिस्थाप्य तिष्ठन्तं घननीलं स्वतेजसा भासयन्तमिह विश्वं पीताम्बरपरिधानं चन्दनकर्पूरलिप्त सर्वाङ्गम् आकर्णपूर्णं नेत्रं कुण्डलयुगमण्डितश्रवणं मन्दस्मितमुखकमलं सकौस्तुभोदारमणिहारं वलयाङ्गुलीयकाद्या नुज्ज्वलयन्तं स्वलङ्कारान् गलविलुलितवनमालं स्वतेजसा पास्तकलिकालं गुञ्जारवालिकलितं गुञ्जापुञ्जान्विते शिरसि भुञ्जानं सह गोपैः कुञ्जान्तर्वर्तिनं नमत मन्दारपुष्पवासित मन्दानिलसेवितपरानन्दं मन्दाकिनीयुतपदं नमत महानन्ददं महापुरुषं सुरभीकृतदिग्वलयं सुरभिशतैरावृतः परितः सुरभीतिक्षपणमहा सुरभीमं यादवं नमत अशरण शरण महाप्रभो तुम स्वामी हम दास कीजय कृपा कृपालु सवार हम अहंकार अवतार, अस करो कृपा कृपालु अब, दीन बनो सरकार। हो ऐसो हो पतित जो, पतित न आप ही मान, ऐसे पतित विचित्र को पावन करो तब जान। सब भिखारी जगत के, जेतिक नाते दिव्य प्रेम आनंद के, तुम एक साहूकार। धनी गुरुवर धाम निवास सुनो मन, पुण्यन पुंज सो पाइए जो, बनी दीन प्रपन्न रहो गुरु के, नित सेवा सोताही रिझाइए जो। मन ते हरि को गुरु को सुमिरो, रसना सो सदा गुण गाइए जो। क्षण भंगुर जीवन जाई बना, क्षण जई व्यर्थ गमाए जो। सब धामन वारो वृंदावन पे, और वृंदावन हूँ गुरु धाम पे वारो। जो गुरु के पद प्रीति जुली, तो भजो चली आवे को ब्रह्म विचारो। है हरि निर्मल भक्तन को, गुरु है अधमों को उदाहरण हारो। और को गुरु हो या न हो, गुरु गुरु मेरो कृपालु सुभाग हमारो। और को गुरु हो या न हो, गुरु मेरो कृपालु सुभाग हमारो। श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। श्रीमद् युगल सरकार की जय। श्री भक्ति धाम की जय। प्लीज have a seat. Let's close our eyes in meditation. Let's do Roop Dhyan of Shri Radha and Krishna. The words are Radha Ramana, Gopi Jana Jeevana, Radha Ramana. I worship Radha Raman, the delighter of Radha Rani's heart, and the one who is the very life of the gopis.
जय जय राधा रमना, राधा रमना। गोपी जन जीवना, राधा रमना।
जय जय राधा रमना, राधा
रमना राधा रमना गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना
राधा रमना राधा रमना गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना
जय जय राधा रमना राधा रमना गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना
जय जय राधा रमना राधा रमना गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना
जय जय 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 राधा रमना राधा रमना गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना
जय जय राधा रमना राधा रमना गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना
जय जय राधा रमना राधा रमना गोपी जन जीवना
गोपीजन जीवना राधा रमना।
जय जय गोपी जन 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 जीवना राधा रमना।
जय जय राधा रमना राधा रमना। गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना।
जय जय राधा रमना राधा रमना। गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना।
जय जय राधा रमना राधा रमना। गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना।
जय जय राधा रमना राधा रमना। गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना।
जय जय 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 गोपी जन जीवन राधा रमना।
जय जय गोपी जन जीवना, राधा रमना।
जय जय राधा रमना, राधा रमना। गोपी जन जीवना, राधा रमना।
जय जय राधा रमना, राधा रमना। गोपी जन जीवना, राधा रमना।
जय जय राधा रमना, राधा रमना। गोपी जन जीवना, राधा रमना।
जय जय राधा रमना। बोलिए, ताली बजाइए। राधा रमना, गोपी जन जीवना, राधा रमना।
जय जय 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 राधा रमना, राधा रमना। गोपी जन जीवना, राधा रमना।
जय जय राधा रमना, राधा रमना। गोपी जन जीवना, राधा रमना।
जय जय राधा रमना, राधा रमना। गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना।
जय जय राधा रमना, राधा रमना, गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना।
जय जय 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 राधा रमना, राधा रमना। गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना।
जय जय राधा रमना, राधा रमना। गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना।
जय जय राधा रमना, राधा रमना। गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना।
जय जय राधा रमना, राधा रमना। गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना।
जय जय 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 गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना
जीवना राधा रमना
जय जय राधा रमना राधा रमना गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना
जय जय राधा रमना राधा रमना गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना
जय जय राधा रमना राधा रमना गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना
जय जय राधा रमना राधा रमना गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना
जय जय राधा रमना राधा रमना गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना
जय जय राधा रमना राधा रमना गोपी जन जीवना राधा रमना
राधा रमना की जय।
Jai. Page number is 11 in book number 2. The words will be projected on the screen, so you don't necessarily need a book. If you're sitting somewhere you cannot see the screen and you don't have a book, can you please raise your hand? अगर आपको पुस्तक चाहिए तो आप जरा हाथ उठाइए. Everybody has. Bottom of the page, page 11, Prandhan Jeevan Kunj Bihari. जीवन कुंज बिहारी प्राण धन
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 प्राण धन
प्राण धन
प्राण धन
प्राण
हमरे बिहारी प्राण धन
जीवन कुंज बिहारी प्राण धन
चाहिए मोही तड़पाओ मोरी मुख
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 पग ठुकराव मुरारी प्राण धन
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 प्राण धन
प्राण धन
जीवन कुंज बिहारी 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 प्राण धन
जेहि विधि पीऊ सुख पाऊ करिय सोई
जेहि विधि पीऊ सुख पाऊं करिय सोई
जेहि विधि पीऊ सुख पाऊ
सुख पाऊं करिय सोई।
मोह कहाँ सोई सुख भारी प्राण धन।
मोह कहाँ सोई सुख भारी प्राण धन।
प्राण धन
प्राण धन।
मोह कहाँ सोई सुख भारी प्राण धन।
मोह कहाँ सोई सुख भारी प्राण धन।
प्राण धन
प्राण धन।
जीवन कुंज बिहारी प्राण धन।
जीवन कुंज बिहारी प्राण धन।
यह कृपालु है रीति प्रीति की।
यह कृपालु है रीति प्रीति की।
रीति प्रीति की।
यह रीति प्रीति की।
यह कृपालु है रीति प्रीति की।
यह कृपालु है रीति प्रीति की।
निज सुख चाहा व्यापारी प्राण धन।
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 प्राण धन
प्राण धन।
निज सुख चाहा व्यापारी प्राण धन।
निज सुख चाहा व्यापारी प्राण धन।
जीवन जीवन कुंज बिहारी प्राण धन जीवन कुंज बिहारी प्राण धन जीवन कुंज बिहारी प्राण धन जीवन कुंज बिहारी प्राण धन. This is a divine composition of Jagat Guru Uttam Shri Kripaluji Maharaj, in which Shri Maharaj Ji describes the nature of true love, true devotion. Right in the beginning, the devotee says, O Kunj Bihari, Sham Sundar, O Kunj Bihari Shri Krishna. The word Kunj Bihari is very important over here because Shri Krishna has many aspects. Or we can say that when he descends to earth, he performs many, many tasks. He's here for many reasons. It's just like a person going out of the house to do many chores. She's going to the dry cleaners, then she has to go to the bank, then she has to go to the supermarket. So there are many, many tasks that she has to do. Usually a person doesn't go out for just one reason. There's many reasons. Shri Krishna does not come down to earth for just one reason. He comes for many reasons. So till the age of 11 and a half, Shri Krishna was in Vrindavan. He performed the sweetest pastimes there. He was the beloved of the gopis, the illiterate milk maidens, the greatest devotees of all time. The ones whose foot dust is desired by Creator Brahma himself. But at the age of 11 and a half, Shri Krishna left for Mathura. Now he put the flute aside. He's known as the flute player. He plays the flute and he attracts everyone through the notes of the flute. But he put the flute aside because now his mission was to kill Kunj, the evil king. And he did that. He placed Ugrasen once again on the throne. So after that, he went to Dwarika. Then he's the king of Dwarika. He's known as Dwarikadhish. His pastimes changed once again. But the Shri Krishna that we practice devotion to is the one who is in Vrindavan. The one who performs very amorous pastimes with Radharani and the gopis in the Kunj, in the pleasure groves of Vrindavan. You know, the mandir is called Yugal Kunj, so the pleasure grove of Radha and Krishna. One God, but who divides himself into two, male form Krishna, female form Radha. Krishna, the one who is all attractive. Radha means one who is worshipped, and also the one who worships Krishna. Krishna worships Radha, Radha worships Krishna, God is worshipping himself. These two forms because God wanted to show the world what true love is all about, what sacrifice is all about. God wanted to show the world the huge difference between attachment and desire. Attachment and love. So we first of all start by saying, O Kunj Bihari Shri Krishna, you are the treasure of my life. Shri Krishna teaches, he gives the lesson of the Gita, Bhagavad Gita to Arjun. Yesterday was Gita Jayanti. He's there on the battlefield, but he's not our beloved. When he's the king of Dwarika, that's too distant a relationship with him. So the devotees of Shri Krishna don't want that aspect. they ignore that aspect of his. We adore the Gita, we live by the Gita, but we don't practice devotion to Shri Krishna who is on the battlefield. Devotion is practiced to Kunj Bihari, Shri Krishna. So that's very important to understand right in the beginning. I was always yours and you were always mine, O Kunj Bihari Shri Krishna. I am the Atma and I have always belonged to you. You are my one and only. I have never belonged to the world. I have never belonged to anyone in the world. And I am yours and you are mine. Tum to rahe sanatan hamre, hu rahi tihari. You were always mine and I am always yours. I have always belonged only to you. And in these words, in this divine composition, the devotee is forming a lover-beloved relationship with Sri Krishna. You are my beloved. The highest relationship that the soul can have with the Supreme Soul is the lover-beloved relationship. So Kunj Bihari Shri Krishna is very important. You can't say, well, Dwarikadhish Shri Krishna is my Ishtadev. Yes, he is the king of Dwarika, but I do not go near the king of Dwarika. I don't want to have a distant relationship with him. I do not want to be in Shanta Bhav. Shanta Bhav is the sentiment in which the devotee thinks, I am one of the subjects and he is my king. So that is too distant a relationship. You can't have closeness. But he is my beloved. That is the most intimate relationship. Because the soul is the Preyasi and Shri Krishna is the Priyatam. He is the beloved. And all the souls love him. He is the only beloved for everyone. Gopi nam tatpati nancha sarvesham eva dehinam. The Bhagavatam says that Shri Krishna is not only the beloved of the gopis, he is the illiterate maidens, the greatest devotees. He's not only their beloved, he is the beloved of even the husbands of the gopis. And he is everyone's beloved. Each and every soul has one beloved, that is Shri Krishna. And now the devotee says, I will accept every behavior from you. No matter how you treat me, you will always remain my beloved. True love. Tat sukha sukhitvam, Narad bhakti darshan. Sage Narad was not only a sage, he was a manifestation of God on earth. Narasyedam naram vyati iti naradaha. The name Narad means one who destroys ignorance of humankind. So Narad Muni is God himself. He has written many scriptures, but his most excellent scripture, the greatest scripture he has composed, is Narad Bhakti Darshan, in which there are 84 sutras. It's an ancient scripture. And in it, one of the sutras, one of the aphorisms, these are very short sentences, one of them is Tat Sukha Sukhitvam, being happy in the happiness of the beloved, the divine beloved. And that is like a mantra for everyone who wants to love God. Tat Sukha Sukhitvam, I'll be happy in your happiness. I shall never complain. Because there is faith that whatever God gives me is the right thing for me. Whatever he deprives me of, well, I don't need that. I did not need it, that was not good for me, so he deprived me of it. If he snatches something away, takes something away from me, well, that is his grace. Whether he gives me or takes it away from me, both are signs of his grace. Whether he gives me life or takes my life away, both are signs of his grace. Whether he gives me wealth or takes it all away, gives me poverty, he is being merciful. Whether he gives me good health or ill health, both are indications of his grace. A gopi says, Asundara Sundara Shekharova गुणैर्विहीनो गुणिनां वरो वा द्वेषे मयि स्यात् करुणाम्बुधिर्वा कृष्णः स एवाद्य गतिर्ममायम्. Even if my beloved Krishna kills me with his own hands, he will still remain my one and only. I love him not expecting something from him. I love him, my love is true, and so whatever he gives me, I will accept with gratitude. So the gopi says, the true devotee of God says, you may embrace me lovingly and fulfill my eternal desire. You may torment me by never appearing before me, or you may become neutral towards me. You may act as if you don't even know me. These are the only three ways in which we can act towards another. These are the only three ways that God can act towards us. You may embrace me lovingly, you may reject me, or you may become neutral towards me. Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and I will remind you of who he is. He was a combination of Radha and Krishna. He came down to earth some 500 years ago. He took birth in the state of Bengal in India. Gauranga Mahaprabhu, also known as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He has said, Ashlishyava padaratam pinashtuma madarshanan marmahatang karotu va yatha tatha va vidadhatu lampato matprananathastu sa eva napara. O Krishna, you are a trickster. You are very tricky because you give your grace, you bestow your grace in many surprising ways. So it doesn't matter how you behave towards me. You are lovingly embracing me, or you're just kicking me away, banishing me away from you, or you are neutral towards me. I challenge you, O Krishna, that you cannot make me fall out of love. I will always love you. You were my one and only, and you will always remain my one and only. The example of Parvati ji is a very good one in this context. She wanted to marry only Bhagwan Shankar. Again, one God, but one becomes Shankar, one part Shankar, one part Parvati, one God becoming two. Just one God. And Parvati ji wanted to marry only Shankar Bhagwan, so the 7 sages, Saptarishis, approached her and they tried to test her love for him. And they spoke against Shankar Bhagwan. They said, what kind of love are you going to receive from him? No, he's a yogi Raj. He is very neutral towards everyone. And if you go to embrace him, he has snakes wound around his neck. Scary. Somebody who has snakes around his neck, you don't want to go embrace him. And what an inauspicious look he has about him. He has ashes all over his body. They spoke against Shankar Bhagwan, but Parvati ji said, no matter how he is mine. I will only marry him, otherwise I will always remain unmarried. Not only in this life, but in all lifetimes to come. And she said, Janam koti lagi ragar hamari, varau shambhu natu rahu kumari. I have always been in love with him, and I will always be in love with him. If I do not marry him, if he does not marry me, then I will always remain unmarried for all lifetimes to come. True love. Even if he rejects me, I will keep on loving him. This is what the gopi is also saying. It doesn't matter how he behaves towards me, and this is what Gauranga Mahaprabhu is saying. That this is the nature of love. This is what love is all about. The same Mahaprabhu ji has said, Kamera tatparya nij sambhog keval, Krishna sukha tatparya prema to prabal. लोक धर्म, वेद धर्म, देह धर्म, कर्म, लज्जा, धैर्य, देह सुख, आत्म सुख मर्म, सर्व त्याग करे करे कृष्णेर भजन। कृष्ण सुख हेतु करे प्रेमेर सेवन, अतएव कामे प्रेमे बहुत अंतर, काम अंधतम प्रेम निर्मल भास्कर। Mahaprabhu ji says there is great difference between attachment of the mind to someone because you expect happiness from them. That is just attachment of the mind. What we call love in this world, we call that love, and it's actually attachment of the mind. Whenever we see that our self-interest is going to be fulfilled through someone, or we suspect it's going to be fulfilled, we say that we call it falling in love. We fall in love with that person. But that's just attachment of the mind, because if we suspect that our self-interest is not going to be fulfilled anymore through this person, then we fall out of love also, very easily. That's the attachment of the mind. Love is not like that. Mahaprabhu ji says attachment, selfish attachment, is like darkness, utter darkness, whereas love is like the bright sunshine. There is so much difference between them. We have borrowed certain words from the divine world. Words like happiness and love. We say, I'm very happy. And then the next day we become miserable. Then we become happy again after a few days. I'm very happy. But our scriptures, the Vedas say, happiness is that which lasts forever. When you receive happiness, it's going to be yours forever. And that happiness will keep on increasing with every moment that passes. Yo vai bhuma tat sukham. Sukh jo hai, bhuma hota hai. Chandogya Upanishad, happiness is unlimited, everlasting, and ever increasing. But we call limited pleasures of the world or relief from sorrows or even one sorrow, we call that happiness. We call that feeling happiness. Well, there were 5 things wrong in my life, this, and this, and now 2 of them have gone away. I don't have those problems anymore, so thank God, I'm happy. It doesn't mean that there's no unhappiness, that we have become happy and we will never be sad again. It's just a temporary relief from certain sorrows, or even from just one sorrow that we are suffering, one of the sorrows. But happiness is something that is, when received, it is received forever and ever. No one can snatch it away from us. No one can steal it from us. It will always be ours. And love. The true meaning of love is dena, to give and give. Always wanting to give to the beloved. Not ever thinking, never thinking that he will give me something. Always wanting to give. Always wanting to serve. How can I serve my beloved? How can I serve? And after serving with everything that one has, after serving with everything we have, still feeling, oh, I have not done anything. I have not served. I have not truly served. Never thinking, oh, I've served enough seva. But I haven't really done anything. Feelings of humility, and always thinking, I am so grateful that he has accepted my service. Never thinking, oh, I have done so much seva, so much service, physical, financial, everything, you name it, I've done it. And I continue to do it. How much do you do? Never having those sentiments, but rather after giving everything and after performing physical seva, never thinking, I've done enough. I haven't done anything yet. Having those feelings. Sancho das na kabahu chaha, Panchahu mukti balai. A true servant of God does not want even 5 kinds of liberation from God. What to speak of trivial pleasures of the world? He does not want anything. He wants to just serve and serve and serve. And the devotee says, "Oh Shri Krishna, I want to serve you." Shri Krishna said, "How can you serve me? What will you give me?" And what can we give to God that He will want, that He will desire, that He doesn't have? And the devotee says, "I know whatever I have is impure, but I still want to give you everything I have." And Shri Krishna, God becomes so happy with that. He knows that whatever the devotee is giving him, Shri Krishna knows, God knows that he has given it to the devotee in the first place. So, what is a devotee giving him that Shri Krishna doesn't have? But still, just like a father who gives his little daughter some money because she's asking him for it. She asks him for money. "Papa, can I have some money?" He said, "What do you need it for?" "It's a secret." She says, "It's a secret." So he understands if Father's Day is coming up or his birthday is coming up. And he gives her the money she wants. And then on that day, she gives him a gift. She goes with her mother and she buys him a gift and she gives it to him. And he's so happy. There are tears in his eyes. Now, if somebody asks him, "What are you crying about?" Because this is a gift that she bought with your own money. That father will say, I know. But it's so sweet that my little girl wants to give me something, that she thought about giving me something. This is exactly the way God feels when we serve Him in any which way, in any capacity. That my child is giving me something. Oh, he has learned how to give. God becomes very, very happy. Because our nature is such that we like to receive much more than we like to give. We always hear it's better to give than to receive, but in our heart of hearts, I like to get presents. I like it when people do something for me. I don't like to do favors as much as I like to receive them. But true love means to give and give. Prem mein hai sada dena dena. Sochna bhi nahi kuch hai lena. Shri Maharaj Ji says in another composition that love means to give and give. The true lover of God, the true devotee, does not ever think of taking something. He does not ever think of asking God for something. So it does not matter how you behave towards me, I will continue to love you. And oh my sweet beloved, do what makes you happy, for in your happiness lies my happiness. There was a servant of Shri Krishna, a devotee of Shri Krishna in Dwarika. Remember, he's Dwarikadhish, he's a king. And there was a devotee, a servant, who was serving Shri Krishna by fanning him as Shri Krishna slept. So there was a hand fan and the big fans that the servants would use. And so he was serving Shri Krishna by fanning him as his Lord slept. Performing this service gave him so much happiness that his eyes became moist. But when he started to shed tears, the devotee scolded himself. He said, "Oh happiness, why did you come to me? Because of this happiness, there are tears in my eyes. Now I have to wipe them, so I cannot do uninterrupted. I cannot perform seva, service for my Lord, uninterruptedly. I don't want to have any interruption in this service that I'm performing." So he is scolding his own happiness. I don't want this happiness. I want to make my beloved Lord happy. It's the highest principle in love, to love just for the happiness of the beloved. Whatever makes you happy. Now, before we can surrender to God in this way, there is a representative of God that God sends to earth known as the Guru. So let's say the guru and the disciple, it's like master and servant relationship. But that master is just like God, the guru is infinitely merciful. So if the guru says, I want you to serve me, but that means that you need to go to another country to serve me. And I will see you once in a while. You can come to me once in a while, but you cannot stay with me. And if it's a true disciple, the disciple will say, as you wish. If the thought comes into the mind, well, what about this one? He gets to stay with you all the time in the ashram. Why are you sending me away? If that thought comes into the mind, it means that we have failed. Whatever you wish. There were many, many people who wanted to stay in the ashram. In Maharaji's lifetime, there were so many who wanted to come and stay in Mangarh, our main ashram, Bhakti Dham, where Shri Maharaji's birthplace. Shri Maharaji would say, you're welcome to come in and do seva here, but on one condition, and that is you will do the service that I give you. You will not dictate to me that you want to do this seva or that seva. If I say that your seva is to sweep the floor, sweep the grounds in Mangarh, then you cannot say, no, but I would like to do the cooking seva. If I tell you, all right, welcome over here, but I want you to go assist one of my preaching disciples, you should not say to me that, no, I don't want to do that, give me any other seva. You will have to do the seva that I give you. So if you agree to this condition, then you're welcome to come stay here. Tat sukha sukhitvam. So true love is being talked about in this divine composition. Shri Maharaji says, Jagat Guru Shri Kripaluji Maharaj says, the one who wants his own happiness, he's just a vyapari, meaning he is a businessman. Prahlad was a little boy when he attained God realization. He was 5 years of age, so little. And you might wonder, well, how does somebody attain God at 5 years of age? There are rare souls who have practiced such intense devotion in their previous lives that there's only a little bit of lack. Maybe he became 99% surrendered in his previous life. And then he passed away. And when he was born, now he's born as a devotee. From the time he was born, even before the time he was born, Prahlad was a devotee because he was in his mother's womb and she was receiving instruction from Narad Muni. And she would often go to sleep because she had such sanskars. But the unborn child within her listened to everything Narad Muni was saying, and when he was born, he was already a devotee. This is a rare case. There are very rare cases like these of someone who has become so surrendered to God in previous lives that from a very young age, that person becomes a devotee, a natural devotee. So Prahlad was God realized, and God took on a very unique form for the sake of Prahlad. God appeared as half man, half lion, Narsingh Bhagwan. Nar, Singh, man and lion, combination. Because Prahlad's father, Hiranyakashipu, was committing atrocities and he was trying to kill his own son. And his son, Prahlad's offense was that he was worshipping God. Hiranyakashipu wanted Prahlad to worship him, Hiranyakashipu, because he regarded God as his enemy. Again, what? Hiranyakashipu regarded God as his enemy? Yes, because he was actually a saint acting like an enemy. That was the part that God would have given to him. You play this part of being my enemy. So Hiranyakashipu is a great devotee of God, and yet he is outwardly a demonic king, and he was committing atrocities. And his son, Prahlad, is a devotee who inside and out. So Bhagwan Narsingh comes to kill Hiranyakashipu. And after killing him, Narsingh Bhagwan asks Prahlad, son, what is it? I'm very happy with your devotion. So what can I give to you? Ask me for any boon. Koi bhi aashirwad mang lo. When Prahlad heard these words, he felt that he had not practiced devotion properly. He thought, my Lord is asking me to request a boon. Has there been a lack in my devotion? Do I really want something from him? So after thinking for a while, Prahlad said, Maharaj, I do not want anything from you. No, Prahlad, you are a little boy, so you don't know these customs of mine. When I appear before a devotee, I always say, Varam Bruhi, Vardhan Mango, ask me for something. And everybody has always asked, so what would you like from me? Again, Prahlad says, Yasta Ashisha Ashaste, na sabhrityah savai vanik. Maharaj, jo aapse kuch mangta hai, wo aapka bhakt nahi, wo to baniya hai, Maharaj, baniya, vyapari hai. If someone asks you for something, then he's not your devotee. He's just a businessman. But I don't have a business relationship with you. I love you without any reason. I don't want anything from you. And God was just testing his little devotee, and the little devotee passed with flying colors. And Narsingh Bhagwan became so happy, he picked Prahlad up with one hand, and with, remember, half man, half lion. And with the other hand, he placed on his head and started to dance with so much happiness that tears were shedding. Tears were flowing from his eyes. Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar, none of them had the courage to go up to him, because imagine, even an ordinary lion would scare us out of our wits. And this is God in the form of half man, half lion. Even the three governors of the universe, every Brahmand has three governors. Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the sustainer, protector, and Shankar, the destroyer. They were all there, but they didn't have the courage to go up to him and say, we thank you for this great favor you have done. What to say more, even Mahalakshmi did not want to go up to her husband, because the governors of the universe said, Mataji, O Divine Mother, please go up to him and pacify him. She said, no, I will not go to him in the state he is in. He's very angry right now. Then they all said to Prahlad, Prahlad, why don't you go approach him? Prahlad said, what are you all afraid of? He's not a destroyer, he's a protector. Prahlad went up to Narsingh Bhagwan, and then Narsingh Bhagwan asked, what is it that you want? Prahlad passed the test, and we should also pass the test that God places before us. Our love for God should be selfless. But our reality is that lifetime after lifetime, whenever we were blessed with a human form, and we have practiced devotion countless times in this way, because countless lifetimes have passed. And in countless lifetimes, we have been born human. And we have practiced devotion countless times also. But in those lifetimes, all we did was to ask God for this and that. Sometimes we regard God as an ATM machine. We just want more money. We regard him as just a giver of things. So, my Lord, today I've come to the mandir or any place of worship, wherever we go. I have this list of desires. Please, if you so please, that if you could please give me these things. Please be merciful and give me better health. My knees are bad. Oh, I have migraines. I have high blood pressure. We take all those desires. Please fix this, fix that. Convince my child to get married. That's a big one. So many parents, especially mothers, can you tell my child to get married? I say, you're asking me? Of all people, tell them. It will depend on them. And not only that, a lot of people say to me, you meet so many people all over the world, and can you suggest a good match for my son or my daughter? Please, no, I cannot do that. I will not do that. And then they forcibly put something like a biodata of their child in my suitcase. Well, if you ever see someone So there are lots of desires that are presented before God. There was many years ago when I started going to the temple regularly, or I wanted to go to the temple because I thought, where can I find God? In the temple. Go to the temple. And the temple that I went to, over there was a lot of socializing. I don't mean afterwards, after the satsang. During, right in the hall, in the devotional hall. And so I heard ladies talk to each other, I heard men talk to each other. The men were talking business, ladies were talking about jewelry and weddings and this and that. Everybody had their own agenda. And I was, quite frankly, I was very naive. I was shocked. And I thought, why are these people talking about so many worldly things? I thought we were supposed to go to the temple, a place of worship, to learn about God. But they're not even listening to the lecture that's being given. They're just talking. And yes, at the back. And so I started going to the front. But there's conversations in the front too. There were conversations everywhere. And it's quite sad, very sad. I have gone to many, many temples and met many temple officials. And I tell them, can you please just put up a sign or impress upon people the need to remain quiet in the devotional hall? Oh no, some people will stop coming. Let it be, let them not come. But if they really value their time in a place of worship, they should not be talking. So anyhow, there's many, many desires. There are many desires that we place before God. We've done that and we have passed that off as devotion. What we were really doing is just practicing selfishness. We just wanted this and that from God. There is a custom of, many people follow this custom. I want something from God, so I'm going to make a pact with God. Oh Hanumanji, oh Ganeshji, or Shri Krishna, or Shri Ram, different forms of God. And they'll go to different forms because if one of them lets them down, the other one will come through. At least one of them will come through. Let me go to 10 different forms of God. Mind you, not 10 different gods, there's only one God, 10 different forms of God. And if you fulfill this desire, oh Hanumanji, I'll bring 2 kilos of laddus for you. If you help me win my case, then I will donate $10,000 to the temple. Now, this person, this individual doesn't say, let me first give the 10,000 to the temple. No, what if my work is not done? What if my favor is ignored? Why should I waste $10,000? Why should I even waste 2 kilos of laddus? Why should I invest in this if he's not going to give me what I want? There is a temple in Kuala Lumpur. I did not go there, but I heard about it. I was in Malaysia, I was in Kuala Lumpur, but I did not go to the temple. The temple was very popular with the lawyers there, because the lawyers would bring their papers, their briefs, and they would put it in front of God overnight. Take some time, look into this. You're not going to sleep anyway, because when you sleep, Mahapralaya happens. So you're awake anyway. So look through these briefs and help me win my case. So it's a very rich temple too, because when they get through, then they do give lots of donations. But this is what goes on. I was shocked to hear this. This was what really happens. Yes. So it's a lot of places. It's just a business relationship, and we've had that with God. We light the diya, and we do the Aarti, and in another place of worship, they may be lighting candles or doing whatever. Kneeling down, bowing down, we all do that, and just having those worldly desires in the mind. But Jagat Guru Uttam Shri Kripaluji Maharaj has given he's gifted the highest teachings to the world. Do not love God for any selfish desire. Don't even ask him for liberation. Liberation, don't even ask for that. If you're going to love God, then love him. Don't love liberation. Whatever he gives you, accept that. You just love him. And don't ask him for anything, because he'll give you whatever is the best for you. So in one of Shri Maharaj's compositions, he says, Nit seva mangu श्यामा श्याम तेरी, ना भुक्ति ना ही मुक्ति मांगू मैं. O Shama and Sham, O Shri Radha and Krishna, I want only one thing from you, and that is that you keep me in your service. I want to serve you for all eternity. I do not want bhukti, pleasures of Maya, and I do not want mukti. I do not want liberation. I don't ask you for bhukti or mukti. I only want to love you selflessly. I wish to serve you selflessly. That is what true love is all about. So we have borrowed the term love from the divine world. So when Radha and Krishna come down to earth, they teach us what love is all about. Shri Krishna left the gopis and even Radharani at 11.5 years of age, and he did not ever come back to them. Radharani loved him always, always, always. She did not think, oh, I love him so much, I love him more than life, and he has left me. And he said he'll be back in a day or two, he has not come back. Never such a thought. Always waiting for him, always waiting for him. That is true love. No expectations, only giving and giving. I want to make you happy. I don't desire my own happiness. That is love. And if we do ask him for something, then Nij Sukh Chaha Vyapari. The last 4 words. Nij Sukh, jo apna sukh chahta hai, wo vyapari hai. The one who wants his own happiness is not a true devotee. He is merely a businessman. In true love, there is no business. There's no feeling of reciprocation. Well, I have given you so much love, devotion. You give me something too. No. I will do what I need to do, and I will not ask you for anything. That is true love, Sachi Bhakti. That's pure devotion. Boliye Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki Jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind.
Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind.
Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind.
Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind.
Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind.
Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind.
Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind.
Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind.
Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind.
Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind.
Bhaju Radhe Govind, Bhaju Radhe Govind,
Bhaju Radhe Govind,
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा राधा राधा
भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा राधा राधा
भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा राधा राधा
भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा राधा राधा
भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा राधा राधा
भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा राधा राधा
भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा राधा राधा
भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा राधा राधा
भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा राधा राधा
भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा राधा राधा
मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा
मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा
मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा
मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा
भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा राधा 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 राधा
मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा
मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा
मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा
मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा
भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा राधा 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 राधा
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा राधा राधा
भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा राधा राधा
भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा राधा राधा
भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा राधा राधा
भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा राधा राधा
भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा राधा राधा
मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा
ओ मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा
मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा
मेरी स्वामिनी राधा मेरी जीवनी राधा
भजु राधा 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 भजु राधा राधा 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 राधा
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद भजु राधे गोविंद
बोलिए श्री राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय। We will now offer food to Bhagwan. And start.
अपना रे तरसाओ रसिया आओ आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया अपना रे तरसाओ रसिया आओ आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया अपना रे तरसाओ रसिया आओ आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया अपना और तरसाओ रसिया आओ आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया यद्यपि यह सच है नहीं तुम कह यद्यपि यह सच है नहीं तुम कह भूख प्यास लागती रसिया भूख प्यास लागती रसिया भूख प्यास लागती रसिया भूख प्यास लागती रसिया तदपि भाव वश ब्रज छचिया लगी चोरी करत फिर्यो रसिया तदपि भाव वश ब्रज छचिया लगी चोरी करत फिर्यो रसिया चोरी करत फिर्यो रसिया आओ भोग लगाओ छिलका।
विदुरानी घर खायो रसिया,
विदुरानी घर खायो रसिया।
विदुरानी घर खायो रसिया।
विदुरानी आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया।
जो रस शबरी के झूठे मुख,
जो रस शबरी के झूठे मुख।
बेर खाय पायो रसिया,
बेर खाय पायो रसिया।
बेर खाय पायो रसिया।
जनकपुरी के आज भोग महा, सो रस नहीं पायो रसिया।
जनकपुरी के राज भोग महा, सो रस नहीं पायो रसिया।
सो रस नहीं पायो रसिया।
सो रस नहीं पायो रसिया।
भोग लगाओ रसिया।
आओ आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया।
हो मानत हो भावहीन हो,
मानत हो भावहीन हो।
मानत हो भावहीन हो।
मानत हो भावहीन हो।
भावहीन हो।
भावहीन हो।
भावहीन हो।
भावहीन हो।
मानत हो भावहीन हो।
मानत हो भावहीन हो।
सुनो खरी खरी रसिया।
सुनो खरी खरी रसिया।
सुनो खरी खरी रसिया।
सुनो खरी खरी रसिया।
कदर पाल बयकियो पूत नहीं, यादे अब आ जाओ रसिया।
कत कृपाल पय पियो भूत नहीं, यादे अब आ जाओ रसिया।
यादे अब आ जाओ रसिया।
यादे अब आ जाओ रसिया।
अब नार तरसाओ रसिया।
अब ना और तरसाओ रसिया।
भोग लगाओ रसिया।
आओ आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया।
रसिया हो रसिया मेरे मन बसिया।
रसिया हो रसिया मेरे मन बसिया।
रसिया हो रसिया मेरे मन बसिया।
रसिया मेरे मन बसिया
रसिया हो रसिया
मेरे मन बसिया
रसिया हो रसिया
मेरे मन बसिया
रसिया हो रसिया
मेरे मन बसिया
रसिया हो रसिया
मेरे मन बसिया
आओ रसिया
भोग लगाओ रसिया
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 रसिया हो रसिया
मेरे मन बसिया
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 आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया
श्याम आओ आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया
अब नार तरसाओ रसिया आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया
अब ना और तरसाओ रसिया आओ आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया
भोग लगाओ रसिया
श्याम आओ आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया
बोलिए श्याम रसिया
की जय।
Radhe Radhe, welcome everyone to Kunj. Our retreat, which is 6 weeks long, has already begun. We have successfully completed 2 weeks of it, going on to third. For people who have not gotten a chance to attain this retreat yet, we have some glimpse of the retreat. We will give you just an overview, a brief overview of some of the sessions that we have in the retreat. The retreat starts with 5 a.m. morning sadhana. Then we have parikrama with Didiji, in which we just go in the periphery of the Kunj, do devotional kirtan of God and Guru, and going around the premises of Kunj. We have outdoor session with Didiji. Some of the pictures you probably saw with Didiji with the kids. We had our first devotional picnic yesterday on the lake with Didiji. That's the picture. It was a beautiful place. We did a lot of devotional kirtan, devotional games we played. There's trail that we walked on. It is a beautiful experience. So if you haven't gotten a chance yet, I would recommend to look into our schedule. We have our schedule available online. We also have schedule available on our displays in Kunj right here, also at the front desk. So please make yourself available for this retreat. We have cultural program on Sundays. Like today we have 8 p.m. cultural program. And if you would like to entertain God and Guru with your unique skills, then please give your name to Ria. Ria, please stand up. Give your name to Ria, and she would put it down there. It is at 8 p.m. today. Personally, the best part of the retreat is the lecture by Didiji that takes place in the evenings from 6:45 p.m. till 7:45 p.m., with an exception of Sunday Q&A session with Didiji during that time. So please make an effort to avail yourself and attend this retreat right here in Kunj. Thank you. Radhe Radhe.
Please stand for Aartis.
आरती
प्रीतम प्यारी की के बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की के बनवारी नथवारी
रसीले बैन रसीले नैन गसीले सैन दुहुन मैनन मनहारी की बनहारी नथवारी की
आरती प्रीतम
प्यारी की बनहारी नथवारी की दृग चितवनी परवारी दुहुन लट लट कनी छवि न्यारी दुहुन भामट कनी अति प्यारी रसन मुख पान हसन मुस्कान दसन दमकान दुहुन बेसर छवि न्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की एक उर पीतांबर फहरे एक उर नीलांबर लहरे दुहुन उर लरमोतिन छहरे कांकनन खनक किंकिनी झनक चूपुरन भनक दुहुन रुन जुन धुनि प्यारी के बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी के बनवारी नथवारी की एक सिर मोर मुकुट राजे एक सिर चुनरी छवि छाजे दुहुन सिर तिरछे भल भ्राजे संग ब्रज बाल लाडली लाल बागल डाल कृपालु दुहुन दृग चारी के बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी के बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी के बनवारी नथवारी
श्री राम श्री राम श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भजु मन हरण भव भय दारुणम् नव कंच लोचन कंच मुख कर कंच पद कंचारुणम् श्री राम कंदर्प गणित अमित छवि नवनील नीरद सुंदरम् पटपीत मानहु तडित रुचि शुचि नौमि जनक सुतावरम् पटपीत मानहु तडित रुचि शुचि नौमि जनक सुतावरम् श्री राम भजु दीन बंधु दिनेश दानव दैत्य वंश निकंदनम् रघुनंद आनंद कंद कौशल चंद दशरथ नंदनम् रघुनंद आनंद कंद कौशल चंद दशरथ नंदनम् श्री राम सिर मुकुट कुंडल तिलक चारु उदार अंग विभूषणम् आजान भुज शर चाप धर संग्राम चित खर दूषणम् आजान भुज शर चाप धर सङ्ग्रामजित खरदूषणं श्रीराम श्रीराम इति वदति तुलसीदास शङ्कर शेषमुनिमनरञ्जनं मम हृदय कञ्ज निवास कुरु कामादिखलदलगञ्जनं मम हृदय कञ्ज निवास कुरु कामादिखलदलगञ्जनं श्रीराम श्रीराम श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणं नव कंज लोचन कंज मुख कर कंज पद कंजारुणं श्रीराम 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 श्रीराम।
बोलिए वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, रासेश्वरी राधा रानी की जय। बोलिए अयोध्यापति भगवान श्री राम की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, जगत गुरुत्तम श्री कृपालु जी महाराज की जय। बोलिए भक्ति धाम की जय, युगल कुंज की जय। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे। Please take Aarti and Prasad before proceeding to the dining hall for